Hey folks, Ben here. Welcome to Canucks with Guitars, presented by LPD Pedals, Reno Fin Custom Guitars, Tesi Switch, Vibraprint, FU Tone, PTM Guitars, Flipside Music, and of course, Ardens Music. Hello and welcome all. Welcome one. You're new. Hey, welcome. Hi. Nice to meet you. I'm Ben. This is
Nice
Terry.
to see you.
Tom's still on the IR, so until he's off the injured reserve, it'll just be the two of us. Just the two of us. We can
make it if we try. Just the two of us.
Let's get the roll call. No, let's wait on roll call because it just went from 18 to 22. You know, I'd like to at least see a Scarborough suitcase in the chat before we start doing roll call. So I'm just going to draw things out. Hit Metalworks. Guess what? Haven't sent your item yet. It's right there. Gotta do it. I gotta put it. Put it in a little padded padded envelope, and maybe I'll throw some pics in there and a decal or two and see what we got. What do we got? Scarborough suitcase 2-4 watching. Perfect. Scott Brockway, Martin Lemaire, Max Josephson. Good to see you. Tim Thomas. Hit Metalworks, as referenced earlier. Thomas Santiago. Janice, la. Hope you're feeling better, Janice. I know you took a bit of a tumble like I did a couple of years ago. Tried to relic yourself is, I believe, the term Quentin uses. So I hope you're feeling better and healing up.
No relicking yourself.
Yeah, nobody needs to relic themselves. Guitar Man 45's here. Awesome. Charles 75N, or as someone called him, Mr. Fabric Top. He needs to get like a Paisley t-shirt, like Paisley printed t-shirt, Terry, and then just have like Mr. Fabric Top on it. You know what I mean? Because it can't just be a solid color t-shirt like this. It's got to be
like that one.
Got to be a printed shirt.
A couple guys that I found on YouTube, and the one guy, he actually calls himself Mr. Tie-Dye because that's all he does is tie-dye shirts.
Well, there we are. Yeah. Usually people that are into tie-dye, Terry, are really into tie-dye.
Oh yeah.
You know, it's an all-in, especially now. Like 40 years ago was a kind of a thing. 30 years ago was kind of a thing. Now, all. Billy Baloney's here. Martin Lemaire. House of Twang. Paul McNary. Terry's 3Gs. Never heard of him. Gear Junk 35. There. Yeah, he was the one that coined the phrase. Mr. Fabric Top. Who else we got here? Scott Brockway. Zach Thong. Billy Baloney, Mohogany, Down and Back Corn Dog, #1 cornhole podcast here on the YouTubes, or even the Inner Google for that, Mike, because you can download it on your various download platforms or not. I don't know. Doug talks. He's like, people download my podcast. I'm like, that's great. I don't do that, but I do a podcast too. Just close your eyes. It's a podcast. L&M Guitar Corner. Martin is not here. He went to bed. He almost made it because I was at 5 minutes to 8. However, this coming Sunday, or for him, Monday morning, Martin, I don't know if Lucas is coming or not. I forget. I don't think so. Well, maybe. Who knows? Insomnia, small children. He might be awake. But Martin will be here. Who else do we have in the chat? My knees hurt. It's not in the chat as well because he had to work. So hey, my knees hurt. Probably watching a replay. Beast Rich 581 is here. Absolute Mayhem is here. Did I see Tinkerbell? Yep, I saw Tinkerbell. Christopher's here. Mark Effects is here. Symmetry is here. Let's going to scroll on through here. Ooh, Doug Strong's here. Laz. What's up, Laz? Laz will kind of appear in tomorrow's video. Terry, that's all I'm saying. Because what I had told you about, yeah. So Laz kind of appears in it. Kind of.
Interesting.
Kind of. Peripherally. Anywho's, yes. You're more than welcome, Guitar Man 45. I didn't realize I did. Therefore, I may or may not now know your real name. I don't know. I let 2 people in last night. Wait. Travis was one, and you'd be the other, and I don't remember your name. Sorry. It's okay, Randy. I was just doing roll call. It's all good. As far as I know, Mac's sister's doing well. Saw her Friday. I think. Friday. Anywho's, this is live, obviously. Well, not obviously. Q, you got the Q's. Terry and I, we got the A's. Actually, I really should do
Or
a Q&A.
attempted the A's.
Yo, Michael B. We also have an unpouching, unbagging, unenveloping. Because apparently, even though it's family day here in Ontario, I don't know what my fellow Canucks might call it, depending on where they are located within the Canuckistan region. But apparently, this is the holiday I always forget, Terry, because in all fairness, it's new.
It's a new one, and
it's what? It's maybe 10 years old now? I don't know.
Not even that. It's maybe 4 or 5 years, if that. But anyways, today in Canada is Family Day.
Well, it's a day. No, because Ontario, it's Family Day. I don't know about the rest of Canada. It could be, I don't know. It's a day. It's kind of like, Civic Holiday is also Simcoe Day, which is different days depending on what province you're in. I don't know. It's confusing. But anyways, apparently the mail delivers. There was a charge, a fee, if you will. So that's why I'm kind of waiting to see if the unbelievable one will show up. It says collect. Yeah, I think they sent it collect. No.
Collect? Nice.
But this came from Cave Creek, Arizona. That sounds like a metropolis. I'm guessing there's a cave. There's probably a creek. Dave the Pious says it's Presidential Day there. That's right. I was
just going to say. Hey, Dwight,
is that when all the mattresses go on sale for some reason? I always remember as a kid growing up, and it's always like mattresses for sale on President's Day, mattress sales. I don't know.
Ah, okay. Toying with more clarification. And Zach Thong, sorry to hear about your bird.
Did you happen to push your mic away? You're getting really quiet.
I turned it down a little bit because Mr. Brockway said I sounded fanny sounding.
Well, at least we could hear you then. I was just like, am I getting deafer? Islander Day in PI, Louisville Day in Manitoba. Manitoba. What the hell was that? Manitoba. Jeez. Okay. So what else we got going on? I'm drinking my last orange pop. I got to get some more soda pop tomorrow. Got to do a tasting this week too. Lots of videos this week, Terry. Every day this week, there's something coming out on the channel. Possibly through Saturday. Wow. Folks that follow me on the grams of Insta. Put up a photo. I think I briefly talked about it last night. Got an ASAT on the bench for service. Yeah. That's going to turn into at least a 4-parter, folks. So over the next 2 weeks, thankfully, so Charles, we're not really missing the Kramer body at the moment because I'm up to my elbows in ASAT at the moment. Doug proving his citizenship in the chat. Max is drinking moonshine. Nice. Apparently, Randy got yet another guitar because he says past 2 days. Oh, 2 days past. Sorry, I read that as the past 2 days been no guitar day. I'm like, damn, you're buying in bulk. Excuse me. What's up, Dwight Bailey? So we got 45 people in here. I don't know. Let's see if we get a few more people in, then we'll do the unwrapping, unpackaging. I don't know. Just put on the 5th layer of poly on it before the show. All right. I'm going to impersonate Charles today. That, yeah.
Damn it!
Oh, man, I burnt through that layer.
Damn it! Gotta add those in for the true effect.
Well, unfortunately, I have that accelerant stuff, so I can pretty much paint anything and immediately hit it with a right after, and it's gassed off. Of course, you can't breathe that shit after a while.
Oh, yeah.
Well, oh, excuse me. Whoa. Oh, that was citrusy. All day, all night. Along with John Duchesne and Polly Walnuts.
Polly Walnuts.
Dave being like a late night DJ. I'm all Dave all night. Jimmy Ray Hawkins.
Yeah, I was just gonna say. I was thinking that. All Dave, all night, on CH.
Like the midnight to 4 a.m. shift, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Overnight with Dave.
We're gonna cruise into
used to be
2 a.m. hour.
What was it? Late at night when I could actually get in Q107, listen to Andy Frost. I always thought it was for the first week, because it was the wintertime, Terry. I didn't know it was Andy Frost. I thought that was the forecast because it's frost overnight. And I was like, that makes sense. It's Canada. It's cold.
BC Rich.
I will neither confirm nor deny BC Rich's comment in the chat. It was his discretionary. Oh, speaking of which, I finally remembered it. Let's say it, get it out before you forget, Ben. So I've had channel membership now for over a year. Apparently, you members get some form of super message thing. I don't know how that works because I'm not a channel member for anybody myself. But it says it's a way for their comment to stand out. Now, I don't know if you can do that on a video, if they give you an extra button. Like maybe there's a comment and a super comment. I don't know. Or maybe here in the chat, they give you some extra thing. I'm curious, because if you do, try it out, because a fella or a fellette would like to see that. Because I'd like to see it, and I don't know, maybe Janice would like to see it too. I don't. She's the only fellette in the chat that I know of right now. So, what's up, Blackjack Guitar?
Hey, Blackjack Guitar. Yeah, I would assume it would be in the. Yeah, it says like in the option here for the stickers and donations. I would assume it would have to be like.
It might be in there. Yeah,
and
yes, Zach, definitely. Sorry about your bird. Well, we got 51 watching. All right. We have a hat that shows up in our chats. Yep. Yeah, that toque. It's a toque. It's okay. And you're green. Yeah. But apparently there's supposed to be some, I don't know, super comment thing. I don't know here, I'll look it up right now, Terry. Let's go over. We're in the YouTube studio, the bowels of the studio. What am I going under? Monetization. Memberships. Yep. Special perks. Right. Memberships. All right. Well, let's go to the membership tab. See what it says. We got 40 members. Yep.
And 2 more now. T. Ricky and Michael B. Thank you again.
What?
And hey, Milt T. Ricky T. and Michael B. just renewed again.
I thought Michael B. renewed a while ago. Oh, he upgraded.
Milestone chat. Oh, they're showing milestone chat.
Oh, okay. Yeah,
okay.
yeah.
Awesome.
So I don't know how you do that, but that's cool.
Member for 4 months. Michael B. member for 7 months. Nice.
Now, do they don't show up in the StreamYard chat though, Terry, right?
No.
No, because I'm only seeing. I popped up the YouTube chat for that, but Janice says she sees it. That's awesome. Thank you, Janice. By the way, very much.
Yeah, Randy Crooks. It says, "Is this it?" Yes, it is, and it does not show in the StreamYard's comments.
Yeah,
but only in.
Well, I'm sure you guys all see it. So yeah, it's like it. I'm seeing all the stats. There's his name, member for 20 months, his level, road manager. And apparently it's in the super chat menu.
Yep.
Okay.
Awesome.
John Gashane says. See, that's why I got it popped up here. No, I kind of dig that. Okay. So, unfortunately, that doesn't show up in the StreamYard chat.
Keith Campbell. Yep, it doesn't show up at all.
If you're going to use that, folks, do it. So what's the milestone? I guess, I don't know, maybe you get 1 a month. I don't know. You just used up a bunch. But
happy birthday to someone. Well, me last week.
Yeah, there we go. Hey, Keith Campbell, Jay Steen.
Hey.
Yes, you do all. Thank you, Jay. I agree. You do all rock.
That's a twag.
Yeah, so I don't know. Yeah, like, can you see now, since you guys have all done that once, I don't know how often you can do it again, but apparently I don't see it. But if you want to, I will say, Terry, as a channel member, whenever they're able to do it, if they want to self-promote or something,
Yeah.
feel free. Because I know, like, because you moderate basically all the shows as long as you're awake, which is pretty much all the shows.
Yeah.
What's in the bag? Let's get to that, Scott. See, that I saw because I still have it open, but I'm going to have to close it now. But if you see one of those, Terry, please relay it to me so I can bring up.
Yeah, I'll give you a heads up.
Yeah.
I'll try to find a way into the.
Okay. Yeah, like all you say, hey, check out the chat, type thing. So yes, we got 55 people watching. We got a lot of green. So.
Yes, that's what everyone's doing right now.
So everybody, thank you very much for checking that out. I've been wondering about that for a while, and so if you want to stand out too, you can become a channel member. And I would say, honestly, Terry, like anybody that thinks about doing a super chat, for instance, with any regularity, let's say once a month or more. Let's say if you're going to do a $5 super chat, become a member for $5.
Yeah,
it's the same amount of money to you. I'm going to see the same amount of money, and you get extra perks like toques next to your name and greens and this and that. Yeah. And so let's open this up. I was waiting for the unbelievable one, but apparently he's not showing up. But we'll talk to him. Oh, almost cut through the paper. What's this? A big old invoice? Yep. So this came, Terry, from Mad Hatter Guitar Products. Invoice dated January 28th. So that's basically 3 weeks. Not too shabby. And that's including, weather and stuff. What's up, Dave Ennis?
Sounds familiar. I think I've heard of them before from some other place.
Excuse me. Oh.
Sucks when you need a new computer chair.
Well, that just filed itself right down next to the bass guitar in the back. So we got, well, that's a cool box. I'm not talking about this, Terry. I'm talking.
Ooh, nice.
Yes.
Yes.
That's all kinds of badass.
I remember about them.
So this is the Terminator. He has a Terminator, Illuminator, and Electric Ed, whatever those are. But then in gold writing, it's got our 3 favorite letters in the alphabet. There, bingo. So this is the this is the wiring harness for the. You get all kinds of propaganda and stuff. Wiring harness for the Kramer. Jeez Louise. Hey, Royal City Records.
Hawkins and Royal City Records.
There's what? Why? What? Huh? All right. Well, that's nice, but I'm going to take that apart. And then there's that. So we've got some form of a stacked pot.
Yep.
Sure. I don't know. Stacked mini pot. Sorry. With some kind of a I suppose I could take it, but see a quick connect type situation. I don't know, Terry. I don't know. Haven't checked out the propaganda to go along with it. Then we have an output jack, which we're not going to use because it's a barrel jack. So I'm going to have to transfer these leads onto the barrel jack.
It looks like it's one of those True Tone jacks.
I don't know, but you know what? That jack will probably find its way into another guitar at some point in my lifetime. I'm sure of it. Then we have what appears to be a random clip on a ground wire and a screwdriver, along with
that's convenient.
A pick and a decal. Again, I don't know what the screwdriver's for, Terry, other than to fix my eyeglasses. And then we have the Terminator. I'm already happy. It's the goes to 11 volume pot. I don't know what that is. Oh, that is smaller, and Charles already drilled the hole. So Charles was wondering if he should hog out the volume pot to 10 mil as well, because we weren't sure of what size this was. And he's like, you can always throw a washer on it, but then he decided to include 10 mil as well.
Hey, Dana from Jersey, by the way.
Maybe a gain plus minus for the screwdriver. Really? Well, it could be. So, yeah. So, anyways, I'm going to use that. Might just have to put a washer on it. Don't know. But okay. So, you got 4-wire pickup leads. Do I? Don't know. Pickups in the other room. And then it gives you color codes for the pickups. That doesn't really... Oh, well, kind of. Sure. Yep. Stack pot. Right. Part of it's a 500K or a 250K or a 750K. No, it doesn't go to a meg though, Scott. Wonder why. Doesn't need to. All right. So, here we are. Yeah, it says, use the 250 for the warmer tone, or 500 for a brighter tone, or 750 for a twangy brighter tone. See, if it had 1 meg, it would say all the tone. Oh, goes to 11 volume pot for 750. Oh, I just have to do a jumper situation. Is that what the spare piece of wire? I don't know. But, yeah, it's all patent pending. Wasn't there supposed to be a kill switch involved? Is that why we drilled the extra hole in the body for the kill switch that... Terry, I just realized we drilled an extra hole in a guitar that didn't need it. Thanks, unbelievable. Dick. So we're going to have an extra hole in the guitar. Great.
Oh, you know what that means? Second kill switch. Wait.
I was like, does this pot, is it a push? Nope. Sup, Sir Lawrence of the Pedals? So,
Lawrence?
Yeah. And apparently I paid $23 in duty on this. And you know what I'm thinking, Terry? I got a jack and a pot. I don't know if that's worth $23. You know what I'm saying?
Looking at that jack, I don't think it's a true tone jack. I think it's just a regular jack.
That's
So that's a $3 part, if that.
I don't know why he's calling it EVH either, because this is not low friction.
Well, maybe my pronunciation then was correct. EUH. E.
A light here.
Extra holes are what stickers are
It's definitely not a... Yeah, it's a piggyback pot. I don't know.
Yeah, I was going to say, that's the first time I've ever seen a pot with that configuration.
It's,
Lately, I've been seeing a lot of pots that have like a little PCB board on them for hooking up to.
I'm not going to say that this guy's product is a bit of a ripoff, Terry. But I think he's charging like $80 US for this.
Yeah, that's kind of...
Nope, it's not push-pull.
That's weird that
I'm looking for anything. I don't see CTS stamped in it.
That's weird that a stacked pot like that isn't push-pull, because most stacked pots are push-pull, other than say like in a...
Or you'll feel like a... I don't know what they call that, an indentation thing. You know, like...
Yeah, a notch.
Yeah, like halfway through. So, how's Tom? I messaged Tom today, have not heard back, but he was, in theory, coming out of the hospital today. So, yeah, I'm going to have to
Lawrence brings up a good point. He says it looks kind of like a TBX tone pot from Fender. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Just want to see if he mentioned what this thing originally cost.
Yeah, because that much duty on that would...
Yeah, you might as well send it through the brown truck.
Yep.
Let's see here. No. Apparently we messaged a fair amount over the last month. That's us talking about that. What was the last link for him to jump in on? We got 60 people watching me browse my phone.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say, Jason. Like it should be like a 60, like a $50-$60 kit US, which would translate out to about maybe 80 Canadian. And then if they've thrown 23 on duty on it, that almost puts it at that it came in at a higher value than say like 80.
Yeah, this is a. Is it the Terminator he even sent? Yeah, apparently. Yeah, they're charging $80 US. What a joke! Yeah, who are you, Mad Hatter? For shame. How is that? Like, where's the justification in that? I'm gonna have to look up their product because it's a freaking output jack, a little bit of wire, a dollar store screwdriver, like. A little bit of heat shrink. Ooh, heat shrink.
It's probably the special connectors.
The one that's on there, and then this is bare wire, so it's like connect on your own. Whoop-de-doo, I'd rather solder it than the stupid screw-down things. I guess that's what the screwdriver's for, the little screw-down things.
Yeah, that's what
I was saying. Little wiring harness into it for different outputs. Big fucking deal. That's what resistors are for. That's a joke.
Hey, Fruitcake Tony.
I'm sorry. That's not worth no $80 American. $50, $60, maybe.
If that's $80 American, that's over $100.
Yeah.
That's that, and especially when you look at that number, yeah, that's pretty pricey.
Yeah, the phone jack screw harness, totally. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, that's what I was going to say.
I knew you were in that band, Dave. I knew it. What's up, Dogpa?
Dogpa, Miss Dan of New Jersey.
Doug. No comment. Well, that was a joke.
Now you're just going to have to wait for basically the body to show up and then finally figure out.
Well, I'll still add a kill switch because, like, I'm not even using this. So,
yeah.
I don't know. I'll just wire the whole thing myself or something. I don't know. I might use the pot. Like, I'm at the point where I'd rather just send it back, even though I'm out $23 plus shipping. Because that's a joke.
But Jay Steen, with an Obsidian wire kit, what you're paying for is basically the PBC board, the pot, their pricing is actually reasonable because you're paying for a PCB board with technology and quick connectability.
Yeah, so I'm seeing nothing like...
Paying like $100 for an Obsidian wire kit is a lot better than, say, like this kit that Ben had showed
I see MHGP stamped on the pot. Maybe.
MHGP.
Yeah. Not talking politics, Keith. What's up, Brody's Jam Cave?
No place for that. Nope.
Not getting into it. But it is. That's a joke. That's what that is.
Jay
Thanks, Mark.
Steen. It's basically with the obsidian wire kits. It is almost like
Well, yeah, like even Terry, like
dummy proof.
if you put a clip on this so it can clip in at least, shit like that. But come on, like, really? Where's the other bag? Yeah.
But with the obsidian wire kits, all you basically do is you just have to screw the pot screw onto the top of the pot. The board goes in against your body, and then basically you just connect the wires into the little wire points, screw it down. Other than if you have a hard time with,
I don't even see where this ground wire plugs in, Terry.
Really?
I mean, what a joke!
There's no instruction there on how to assemble that.
More or less just a schematic. We got that's the schematic for the pot. Oops. Here, let's put it right side up for you. And
then how to connect the.
Yeah, so I guess that must be this ground wire piece of crap thing. Like, no.
Yeah, it looks like it's a ground for to go to your bridge.
That's it. Like, and then a bunch of prop. Here, buy some more of our other overpriced crap.
Yeah, that isn't much. They should at least have something up, like a video up on YouTube showing it.
Yeah, I would imagine I got to solder it to the trem claw.
Yeah, Dave, I would
Screwdriver,
say
I guess, for the little phone connector thing, mayhem. Yeah, that's just Terry, that's like if you and I just went down to, wherever, or a hardware store, bought the parts at full retail, put it in a box, and marked it up so I can still make a living.
Yep. Pickguard screws, but meanwhile they cost us like 1 cent a piece from like Home Depot. But they're $25 pickguard screws.
Yeah, what do they put the value on the sticker and guitar pick they included? Are those worth $10 a piece?
Yeah. Not that this show started off to be a rant show, but definitely I would say that if I was
cool, Michael B, I'll get back to you after the show. He just messaged me. Oh yeah, we can't forget the dollar store Ziploc bag things, right? Oh, there's like 3 of those and 2 pieces of paper and the fancy box. The box is worth as much as the jack.
Did it at least come with some decals?
Well, 1. Like I'm going to put it on anything. Yeah. I feel ashamed to put that on anything.
BC Rich. You're right, though.
Fully warranted. Oh, I need a bowl. Otherwise, this is just going to be a piss fest. I need to get in a better mood. Sorry, folks. I'm like really, and I feel really bad for Unbelievable.
Yeah, that's what I was just going to say.
And I was thinking, oh, it's a wiring harness. I'm told, a kit. Mm-hmm. Excuse me. And whatever he paid, like I hope he got free shipping for that rip off. But if he paid, and then I had to pay too, and like I don't mind chipping in. Like the guy sending me a guitar, but
thanks for the super chat, Michael.
No, I take it off at the beginning of the show, Doug. I only have the banner during the beginning. Thank you, Michael B. Appreciate it. Doing great this week. Spread love in the chat and the show. Yes.
The least they could have done.
I will say, like, yes. Yeah, always look on the bright side of life. Do. Oh, speaking of which, did I see, what's his name? Mark Dillon. Was he in the chat tonight? I know he was in the chat last night. Because I'm curious. I think he said he got one of those Beretta specials himself. And I'm I know they run for $2 US, but
Oh yes, yes,
are they
you got a
$3
vintage
in
cream.
Canada? I don't know what they cost in Canada. Hey, Michael Krause. Well, you missed a piss poor unboxing and a rant as a result. That's what you missed. And roll call. Yeah.
If they got to be the same price as like one of those dinky.
No, the Dinkies are still only $2 Canadian. The DK11 or the JS11s you're thinking of. I want to say they're like $289 or $279 Canadian. Did you mean 300? I was going to say, I was like, $3,000. I know our exchange rate isn't that bad, Symmetry. So just under 3. Okay.
According to House of Twang, he said a sender is supposed to make a declaration on the value of the content of the shipment. If there is no declaration, they overvalue.
What do you do with the bag? It'll have that on the bag. It should have that on the bag. Pouch. Envelope, if you will. Oh. Declared the value of $80 US. Single volume. Yeah, it doesn't mention a kill. Where did we get the idea there was a kill
Kramer
switch?
Beretta Special, did you say?
Yeah. $279. Yeah, that's what I thought. Mayhem put the link in the chat there.
Yep. Candy Blue at L&M, $279.
So with conversion, this was valued at $102.10, Terry. So basically, you pay the GST on it. And then apparently there's a $10 handling fee. There's always a fee.
Wow.
You know, so $23.22 I'm into that stuff for. Which, honestly, yeah, I'd pay about $25 for that crap. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
so I'm not really
colors
out per se.
Apparently all three colors of the Beretta are $279 Canadian. So
let's see here. What did I see? What do you gents think about those semi-hollows that Wolfgang Van Halen was playing last night? Was he? I think he's playing a 335, is he not?
Yeah, that's what I was going to say. As far as I know, he's playing.
Maybe a Trini Lopez 335. I don't know. But if in fact, yeah, I love 335s. Always have.
Yep.
Yeah. Nothing wrong with them. Saw a question. Figured I'd answer it. What a concept.
I don't see the new Wolves. I kind of did, but again, I'm not an EVH fan, so it wouldn't draw a bunch of interest to me. Other than it looked like it was like some cool new wood or color scheme or something. So,
yeah, same here, John. It was a gift. Oh, some new EVH prototypes. Oh, I didn't know. I am not aware. I was busy talking about Sunset Drifting last night. That was a lot of fun, man. You know, speaking of recapping, Charles Green. My God, what a great guy to have on and talk. And he did apologize after he got off the show last night because he got choked up a couple times talking about a couple of people, you know, because he's close to these guys.
Well, yeah.
And so, yeah. And I was like, no need to apologize. Just means the stories are real, dude.
Yeah.
So, yeah, Charles will be back for part 3. And I'm thinking, Terry, probably a part 4, maybe even a part 5.
He should have a boatload more stories. Dogpa, yes and no. Sometimes we don't get nailed with it, and other times we get nailed with it. It just
I was going to say, what was his question? you just replied to his question. I'm like, what's the question, Terry?
Sorry.
That's okay.
He said, do y'all get cut on these duty fees? LOL.
Sometimes. Yeah. I was told the last time that I paid on something which was, I don't know, a while ago, we'll say, right? The postal worker said, you know, because it used to be like 1 in 100 packages, it seemed, Terry.
Yeah.
It was like, but she's like, expect it more often than not. Like they've decided to really crack down. But even then, that's I'd much rather. Okay, so I know going in, there's a $10 fee, and then GST on the value, or tax. We'll say sales tax on the thing. So it's going to be 13% of the value plus $10. That's not the other companies, Terry, that'll give you import fees and brokerage fees and service fees and then the tax. Yeah,
that's
I
why
think I would have paid $100 had that been shipped through the Brown company.
Yeah, I was gonna say that's why it's awesome. I think getting stuff that's shipped through USPS into Canada and then flips over to Canada Post, because at least then when you get the tracking number, even in the Canada Post thing, it automatically will give you that amount. Whereas if, like you said, the brown box or whoever comes up to your door, you never know. Because you don't get any real notification.
All they tell you is there's a fee.
Yeah. Then they say, it's $120.
That only works to a point, House of Twang. I've received new stuff and still had to pay. Now they just look at it as anything. They don't care. It's declared value, new or used. Those old rules or laws are being ignored or gone. I don't know what's going on.
I'm trying to remember who it was there again that sent me that box of mod tone pedals. And I still can't believe that he had to pay. And he paid it because I didn't want him to pay it, but he paid it so that the Brown store could put it through. But it was like not even an $80 box of used pedals. And he had to pay $168 Canadian in import fees and duties and stuff because of the brown box. And it was just like, this is ridiculous.
Dave the Pious reports in, I have a Sterling Stingray I got for $300 new. He loves it. Awesome.
I think that's what Ike was selling.
I think Ike sells them.
One of the ones that he had them.
Yeah.
And for that price, a Sterling Stingray for $300 for a bass, that's an awesome deal.
And I saw that somebody mentioned they were wondering if and when Wolfgang's going to release a signature bass. I'm wondering at this point, do we see Wolfgang ever play bass again?
Yeah, that's kind of hard.
Because he seems to be happy with this outfit that he has now, and he's playing guitar in that outfit, so I don't know. Did you have to pay when Michael B sent you the wah?
No, that did not incur any fees. That was straight up. So that was
awesome. The same as when I got the looper from Michael B. I didn't.
Yeah.
That's true, Lawrence. Yes. Well, see, now, this is nice. I like that because, here's somebody that obviously ships stuff. Right.
Exactly.
But even if you did, Lawrence, the Brown company would still charge me again. Spite.
Yeah, it's one of their internal rule things.
Like I said, hey, Charles, did you miss the part where in the unboxing when there's no kill switch? Yeah. By the way, I don't see any capacitor on this. I'm not an expert on wiring these by any stretch of the means, Terry, but isn't there usually a capacitor involved in these circuits? Or Lawrence or anybody else that wires guitars? Isn't there supposed to be a damn capacitor at some point?
Actually, in Steve from Boston's Beretta special video, there was a capacitor on the volume pot.
Yeah.
And he actually removed it.
Because there's the whole... Oh, okay, no tone, no cap. Ah, thank you, Billy Baloney. I don't know. See? This is why I asked, Terry. This is why I asked. Because I'm like, I know I see a capacitor stuck on something inside these things. Wolfgang is basically young Dave Grohl. Hey, nothing wrong with that. Hey, that means you get to be a rock star releasing new material for a quarter century, Terry. Oh, excuse me.
But yeah, most volume pots, when that's all they strictly do.
Is that what a treble bleed is? Essentially, that capacitor on there. Is that what that deal is? I don't know. So, I'm curious. tone bleed, treble bleed. I don't know if that's the
Yeah.
same thing even either. But I suppose, we. I got to reply to that guy that's got the reverb store. He's got little tone bleed circuits and stuff. He offered them up to me, and I'm like, I don't really know what this crap is, but he offered me some, so I might grab some and try it out.
According to Lawrence here, he says tone pot has the cap on it unless there is
unless
a
there's
treble bleed. Then there will be one on the pot.
Okay.
So I guess basically that's what it was on the
treble bleed's a resistor. Okay. See, yeah, I've seen the stuff for decades, Terry. Do I know what I'm looking at? No. You know what I do? I could take something like, I don't know, a dollar store screwdriver, and I just make sure everything's still connected. And if it's not connected, I reconnect it. And if something breaks, I eliminate that one thing and reconnect another part in that spot. I don't know. I've never built from the ground up, is what I'm saying. That's outsourced stuff. Depends on the player and what they want. Yep, sure. Thanks, Jimmy Ray. Yep, that helps. Do you pay duty on personal packages I send? Maybe, Hog Rotten. But what we're discussing by email, no. Let's go for it. I'm thinking good luck with the packaging. I don't know what the optimal thing is, but Hog Rotten offered up to try sending a soda pop internationally, Terry. Apparently, nice. In the United States of America, they have a beverage called Route 66 root beer. And I'm just like, me as a car guy, I'm just like, I am all over that because I'm a root beer lover too. So, I would be very much down to try it. Hello, Paint Namer. He says, I hit the strings and it goes, it works.
Doug, I hear inhaling is free, but there's a duty on exhaling now. Yep. Leo's saying it right here. Steve
yeah. I know we put out the video, and I made a point of not watching it, if that makes sense, because I figure I was going to watch it once I have to do it, essentially. You know what I mean? Like, I know we did a whole extensive video, and man, I'm jonesing for this guitar after watching him playing it last weekend. Yo, Adam D.
Yeah,
and I can say that Papa Blue was referenced in one of the videos on the ASAT series. Don't know which one, Terry. The whole weekend's been a blur. It's been moderate and work on guitar, and hey, welcome to this, and work on guitar, and watch this for the other, hey, here we are show, which is on at, I don't know, 12:30 tomorrow. We're doing daytime. At NAS Canucks, it's every other week is, hey, we're on in the evening. Hey, we're on during the day. Hey, we're on in the evening. Hey, we're on during the day. Tomorrow's a daytime, a lunchtime letdown show. So I want to say either 12 or 12:30, Terry, because you're usually around to moderate. I don't know which yet. Doug hasn't told me, I don't think. I don't really care either way. But we'll be talking Daytona 500. So
that's interesting what Dave points out. He says a bunch of beer brewers in Wisconsin have their own root beers. Ooh,
awesome. See, I'm down with that because I really enjoy root beers. Jimmy Ray, I will try. No, the only reason I'm doing extra work right now is so I have like potentially 2 weeks of videos already done, depending on, because I figure we got that video, that thing that's going to come out tomorrow, because I don't usually, the way I see it, I usually put out videos Wednesdays and Fridays, but if I have something that doesn't really fit in with the usual stuff, Terry, you know what I mean? You notice though it came out on Tuesday, like let's say a random unboxing or something, it comes out on a Tuesday or a Thursday or a Saturday. I don't care. But I've already got 3 episodes of what was supposed to be a 1-part video done. And I'm at the point now where it's still not together. The guitar's still in pieces. So
let's see here.
Yeah, it'll be fun. So deep dive on that one, folks, if you like the workbench stuff. Plus, I figure I'm going to do a soda pop video at some point this week. get that done. So we've got basically 2 weeks worth of videos already done.
Dave the Pious says, is that A set special with more bigger pickups? Yes. That's actually interesting, those pickups.
Yeah, they're not quite as big as P90. Well, they're kind of P90 looking, but I don't know.
Yeah, they're almost, I would almost say they're probably a lot like the Seymour Duncan quarter pounders.
Yeah, I have no idea. Because I can't really tell when somebody, unless I play it, and I specifically did not plug it in. And funny enough, I know for sure the first time I saw Ben play that guitar was late 2002. I don't think, I may have played it, at a gig or something, because I was at a lot of his gigs, either watching in various bands or whatever, or doing sound or what have you. And I think I've crouched down and played the guitar acoustically, say prior to a sound check or something, but I don't think I've ever plugged it in and played. So yes, the 500 was yesterday, Max. Austin Cindric won.
So Billy Baloney, I believe, has played a GNL with MFDs.
Is that what they're called? MFDs?
Yeah.
Right.
Speaking of which, I went searching around on Kijiji to look for GNLs. There was hardly any on there.
Well, I was telling you, Ben's like, hey, can you find out some info on this for me? I'm just like, sure. Not realizing it's a GNL and there's no info. I keep meaning to mention it in the videos because I do have some info, and I don't think the whole rebuild is going to get recorded just because I bolted the bridge back on. Okay. Because literally I've been working on this bridge. What are we going to look at? Half an hour of me fiddling with an Allen key in a height adjustment grub screw to work it free, and then so it's able to actually go up and down a lot and not just enough to make the setup work, Terry. I figured you might as well actually, if you're going to fix it, you might as well get in there and do it right. And I literally have hours into the bridge, and I'm not getting paid for that. I don't care because I quoted him a price for what he's doing for a setup and a Tesi Switch install, but I don't care.
Okay.
I'm having fun with it.
Sorry that might trigger a previous memory there, Billy, but that is kind of cool to know at least that you did have one and have experience with one.
Yes. Yes.
Unfortunately,
I do feel sorry. We need to start a fund for Billy Baloney. Billy needs that fund. Hashtag karma.
So quickly on my Kijiji find, the only thing I could find, I found one of those A-stat tellies. Only one. Everything else was the Strat styles.
It's hard to find stuff.
Yeah. Michael Krause, he says, but their single coils aren't quarter pounders pickup humbuckers. No. Here's what the thing is with something being called a quarter pounder. It's actually the pole pieces. If you look at the pole piece size on a quarter pounder compared to, say, like a P90 or a single coil, you'll actually see the quarter pounder poles are almost like double in size.
I don't know. But
beyond that,
you know what? I kind of did interesting frets on it, low and wide. It looked like it had the most jumbo of jumbo frets, and then somebody was just they're not quite level. There's still a lot left, but they took half off, and I was just to the point where I'm looking at him, Terry. I'm like, there's no crown. There's a lot of flat area on these frets, surprisingly, and I really wanted to. I just wanted to bring him in a little. I just want to give him a little something. But I don't have a crowning file, so that's not an option. I do want to get one of those block dealios, though, that you got. I need one of those. Especially because my Wolfgang needs that done, and with stainless, I don't want to sit there with a freaking microfile forever.
Thank you, Dave, for providing that additional information. It's
Quarter-inch pole.
Quarter-inch pole.
That makes sense.
Yeah, so. But overall, it's a larger pole piece than
it's
what
a little
regular
over 5
single
mil. Yeah,
counts.
that's a big pole piece. I know. Yeah, picturing in my head. Yep. Now I see why they're called that. In my head. Dave has quarter pounders on his basses. Nice. They're popular in the basses.
Eddie, what was unboxed? What was unbagged was an overpriced basically wiring setup.
I feel bad for Unbelievable because he's not watching live and he's going to watch this on replay and see the tear.
Jeez.
Oh, yeah, I'm sorry, but I do not see the value. Like, that's why I want to have a talk with him, because like maybe there's something that I'm missing and I'll look it up on the website. But unless it's like, I don't know, that pot was made by some artisan pot maker of pots, that's the finest pot you can get, fine. Then maybe, and that's the outputtiest jack ever known to output jacks. I don't know. Because what I'm seeing there is not worth $100 to me, 100 Canadian, that is. But $80 US for that, really? No. So if you want to see it, rewind or watch the replay. But I don't feel like holding it up anymore, Terry. To tell you the truth.
Keith H. Ben got ganked. No, Ben got gooched. As Dave would say.
Oh, thank God. No. I have been avoiding the gooch, Terry. Believe me, like I was telling you, this ASAT, like I'll tell you folks, like I'll give you enough of a preview. Like, those who are going to watch anyways, right? I determined it's like a 95 to 97 based off rumors and innuendos I found on the internet. So for what that's worth, Leo says Gooch is Canadian. So I was like, this thing, like, I know like Ben doesn't abuse his stuff, but it's not a new guitar, and I know he used it in the early days of 1 Acre War before he got a Jackson, I think. He started playing a Jackson of some kind. Reverse headstock. I remember that. Like a dinky with a reverse headstock. It worked. And actually, was that what? Oh, the amp Ben was playing through at the time was the ASAT and then the Jackson through the amp, Terry. This is a lineage that became the Seafoam Bastard.
Oh, jeez.
Yes, the infamous Richie Shanahan Seafoam Bastard started out as Ben Thompson's gigging amp for a number of years.
Wow.
Yeah, so it's all local music scene, right?
Yeah.
So that guitar. Those bridge saddles. Ooh, I just looked down like because it's set up for baritone right now, and so I'm setting it back up. What's up, butt cheeks?
Hey, Brandon.
I'm setting it back up for standard tuning, or as he said, can you take it back to 440? I'm like, all right, well, I'm not setting up for E flat then. It's going to be E. And so I figure, I may need to do some intonational and or action adjustments as a result. And it was funny because he said at first he likes the action a little higher than most people. I was like, okay. And then he said, well, can you get it down like as low as you can without buzzing? I was like, yeah, because that's my setup. I like that. Because I'm like, it's a T-shaped object. They need to be set up low and fast. Just saying. So he's like, just make it. He goes, get it back to being like my piano again. I'm like, I get it. He wants it to be back to inspiring him.
Have a good night,
440 should be
Lawrence.
abolished.
Just going back here, Dave the PS said he has his main P bass has quarter pounder
See you, Lauren.
PJ.
Yeah.
And no load tone has massive output for passive. Yeah, I know. I've thought about it as well too. Quarter pounder for bass.
I think Larry had quarter pounders put in his P bass.
Yeah. Second comment here from Papa Blue was,
Papa Blue.
I'm doing my first 2 Paul Reed Smith style set neck guitars. You want to talk about headache? Drilling holes for everything is a real pain. Well, hopefully not for the neck because it's supposed to be set neck. And then Keith Campbell here says at 857, did less make them? If you mean did less create the quarter inch, quarter pound style pickups? No, actually, that was Leo at when he's with LNS. He created them. Well, him and whoever else that were working at LMS at the time.
I shrugged.
Okay, now I'm slowly catching up with things here.
I'm caught up. Yeah, Randy picked up. Oh, yeah, let's show off Randy's guitar. Why don't we, Terry?
Yeah.
Randy Crooks there, regular in the chat. No.
Ooh, an RGA 42 FM, which would mean flame maple.
Oh, yeah, she's pretty, Terry. I'm just saying. Bam!
Oh, yeah.
It's one of them.
Nice.
I remember the first year I was doing YouTube, I almost bought this in the, what they call it, Devil's Eye Burst or something, Dragon's Eye Burst?
Yeah, Dragon Eye Burst, yeah.
Oh, Jesus, where's the camera? There it is. Come on.
Yeah,
come
that's
on.
nice.
Focus. No. There you go. No. See, the problem is I can't hold it still. What if you rest it there?
Yeah, there it is.
Then I go like that. See? That kind of worked. There. Then there.
Offset dots, dot in
Matching headstock and all.
Matching headstock. You know, I have to say,
Satin finish.
with
Pointy.
Ibanez is the one company I think that all their blues look excellent.
Oh.
Like they could throw a blue on any of their
That
models
guitar-
and it would look good.
And those guitars, like when I almost bought it, the hardtail version was I want to say in around 500 Canadian, Terry. It was either just under or just over. It was like one of those 479 to 529, 539.
Yep.
And I was like, this is a lot of guitar for that.
Yeah.
And she's sweet. I like them. Neck's a little thin, but that's okay. You can have a thin neck guitar. You don't have to play it all the time. That's why you got stuff. I don't know. And some of it even works. Everything
Brad
up
Miller.
until now, Brad, we're already in overtime. You've joined the program in progress. You were you're part of the banner at the beginning of the show. You know, we
You're
showed
late,
you out.
so now you must as punishment eat McDonald's. Dun, dun, dun.
I've been noticing a lot of McDonald's chat in there. I only when I have to, Terry. Only when I have to at this point in life. You know, if I'm hungry and I see one, and that's because I don't know of any other options in the foreseeable future. Like if let's say I'm going to put you in Brockville, Ontario. I don't know if you've ever been to Brockville. I'm going to probably guess you haven't.
No, not really.
You pulled off the highway because the 401 goes by Brockville. You pulled off the 401 because you're hungry. You see Golden Arches. You're going to stop in because it's food. It's right there.
Yeah.
You know, it could be a Wendy's. It could be a Burger King. It could be basically anything but a Tim Hortons, in my opinion. You know, because that's not real food.
Yeah, just outside of Barrie on the 4.
But you know what I mean?
Spot
Like
that's
something like
that.
that. Something to that. That's the only time I'm eating McDonald's.
Yeah.
I've had it too much in life. I've just had it too much that I'm done.
Scott
And I love
Brooklyn
now
has
is-
it though.
where I live now, where I'm on the outskirts of town, McDonald's isn't even the closest place. I have to pass a Wendy's and a Burger King and a Taco Bell and an Arby's. So,
Yeah, you wouldn't make it to McDonald's.
no. Wait, is there another one closer? I have to think about that, though. Is there like a highway involved one? Is there anything involved in the mall? Well, technically, the Walmart has one inside it. But if I'm eating McDonald's, I'm not getting out of my vehicle either, Terry. That's another rule. You know what I mean? If I'm eating fast food, chances are I'm not sitting in.
Scott Brockway was saying he's eating a roast beef hoagie, and it's like, oh, that sounds nice.
I really, I'm not going to lie, Terry. I kind of phoned it in both tonight and last night.
Oh,
Last night was hot dogs, fried hot dogs, which was we enjoy, and then tonight I was like, not really feeling much like cooking, and I'm like, well, we still got 4 hot dog buns left in the pack. You don't want them going stale or anything. I'm like, said Dad, want to just have hot dogs again tonight? He's like, sure, why not?
Hey, your dad's got to be better if he's eating the way he's been eating lately.
Somewhat, yeah.
But you know what I mean compared
Yeah.
to like...
Oh, yeah.
The Dogpa
Oh,
here
Keith.
goes...
That's awesome. Ribs all race weekend. Nice.
Dogpa goes, what's cool is you can take a McD's burger home, leave it out for a few days, then microwave it. Never goes bad. And since there's no nutrients in it, the microwave doesn't hurt it either. You can also leave it out for 2 years. Microwave it.
Pretty much.
It still won't bother. It still won't affect.
Yeah, exactly. Dave hit the nail right on head. Mold is smarter than people. Yeah. Dave,
When it comes to McDonald's, yeah.
Dave needs to put that on a t-shirt, start an online store selling that on a t-shirt. I don't sell it on the Jungle website. I don't know. Figure it out, but you should do it.
Eric Salinas McRib. Maybe if it was McRib from probably about 3 years ago or so. The new McRibs are terrible.
Let's see. Guitar Man 45 says, okay, 401 basically stretches completely through Canada. That's a lot of highway. No, it doesn't. 401 actually basically stretches from Windsor, aka Detroit, to just past Cornwall to the Quebec border. Then it changes into a different highway altogether, some equivalent, but it's not called the 401.
Yeah, I think it becomes...
But you're thinking of the Trans-Canada Highway, which actually the 401 is not part of the Trans-Canada Highway.
Yeah.
It's actually Highway 7, which is a 2-lane. Sometimes 4, a lot of times 2, and that's part of Highway 7's our portion, or like Ontario's portion of the Trans-Canada, amongst others. The Trans-Canada Highway is actually a hodgepodge of highways, I'll say, Terry. It's not like we have like Interstate 23, although I don't know. It might be 24, because I know the odds and the evens means the ups and the downs, but I don't remember which is which. Although, smart thinking. I like that. And they just did a grid system, basically, in the U.S. So it's like, you can get on, it's like, I want to go here. All right. So it's in theory, 2 highways a lot of times, because it's like, I'm going to go north-south a certain highway, and then east-west a certain highway to get over there. I think Yonge Street is still the longest hit Metalworks.
Yeah, it's like when you get up near around my part of Ontario, it's still 400, but then it officially turns over to 69 in some parts. But otherwise, the 400 still goes all the way up, pretty much up to like Thunder Bay and on.
Oh. The 400 itself. Well, no, it turns into just past Aurelia, doesn't it? The 401 basically peters out. And then, it turns into fun highways, whereas you're on the highway, but there's also logging trucks. Yay.
Yeah. If you go up towards Perry Sound, which is past my place, my
any place
area,
north of Aurelia.
when you come to the west and up, it's now 4 lanes.
I have an uncle that, well, actually, and cousins that still live in Sudbury. We've made that drive a few times.
Yeah.
It's like 7 hours. Because basically we have to drive to Toronto and then turn right. and go straight up because there is no really roads that, well, you can take one of these, but what's the point? Just fast up. 6.9's the best. Yeah, true.
Oh,
Big
that
rib.
would be rough, Doug Strong. Oh. He said, when I was a traveling service tech, my responsibility was Windsor to Sudbury and Sarnia to Belleville. Oh my God.
Who was that?
Doug Strong.
Oh.
That is a wide path and swath of land to have to try to service.
I'm not saying we did Windsor to Trenton, which is, well, Windsor's 0.0, right? My home was just off of exit 522, so that's 522 kilometers. About 350 miles, give or take. I'm not saying we did it in under 3 hours, Terry, but we may have done it in under 3 hours because there's not a lot between Windsor and Chatham and London except straight and flat. And it was in the AM when we left, kind of thing. So, yeah, we just hammered down and looked for cops and made a lot of good time.
Wow. Keith Campbell says last time I was by Thunder Bay was July 82 driving home from Alaska. Whew. That's definitely a long journey.
That's a lot of cross to go down.
Yeah.
Were you headed to New York, perhaps? Okay, New York City burbs to Alaska and back. Yep. I was like, why were you were headed to the East Coast? That's why. I was like, why were you coming around the Great Lakes that way?
Oh, wow, Doug Strong. Wow. Serviced every Home Depot and Lowe's in southern Ontario.
What's that?
And there's not a small amount of those.
Oh.
Doug Strong had said Home Depots and Lowe's.
The Home Depot and the Lowe's are right down the street from me, like a couple miles. Doug, next time you're in the Belleville area, we'll go out, we'll do breakfast at 10 Acre Truck Stop or something. If you're driving truck, I assume.
Octopus Ears says, so this might piss some people off, so buckle up. Guitar Center Sacramento is now requiring a driver's license or ID to play a guitar on the wall.
Oh, well, all right. If it's a hold my ID while I get to play guitars, cuts down on theft, Terry.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say.
On the other hand, you know, I'm guessing that's why I can't really like. I've been to bars where I've had to hand over ID and or my car keys to get a cue ball to play at the pool tables, Terry, because they're kind of rough bars.
Yeah.
You know, so I don't care. You know, like I'm like, I want to play pool. All right, well, here's my license. You know, but I don't know. I guess if there's something worth playing.
Same thing as going to a strip club and playing pool. You don't expect to have very good cues or balls to shoot with.
It doesn't. Yeah. No. Yeah, but. I think that bar was also like, I don't know if you want to call it a regular or a clubhouse for one of the motorcycle gangs in Southern Ontario, Terry, without going into specifics. And yeah, so I was like, all right, well, they didn't bother us, we didn't bother them, you know, of course, and we were just there because we knew they had a bunch of pool tables. And then they're like, yeah, you know, and it wasn't like I had to give my ID to get the cue ball. Both of us had to give our IDs to get the cue ball.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. Well, I'm like, you know what? And then, Terry, it's one of those things my dad taught me a long time ago in life. You may have heard the term read the room. I read the room, and I'm like, yep, here you go. Thank you very much. Be very polite. Don't
But
spill
in
any beer.
regards to the having to give someone your ID to play a guitar off the wall, well, again, if it's anything $1,000 and higher, yeah, I think
Which is pretty
if
much
I was
everything.
a store owner, if I was a music store owner, and you came in and you said, "I want to try the $3,000 Les Paul on the wall," well, I wouldn't necessarily hand it to you.
I don't think they'd allow you to use your own cue ball, Dogpa. I don't think they would appreciate, because I think it was the whole thing they had been used. Oh, Symmetry reporting in, Terry. Bastard. I don't know what I'm more jealous of. And I'll show you, Terry. Okay, now I don't know what I'm more jealous of, the steak, which, come on, there it is, or the green grass next to it.
I could, you know what? I could care less about the green grass. A T-bone steak done on a barbecue. It's like they say they call us
By someone who
Canes
knows what he's doing.
crazy for doing barbecuing out in the winter. But you know what? We don't care, because if we want the taste of barbecue, it could be a blizzard around us as long as the barbecue goes.
Yeah, but I like. He's in BC, Keith. I wouldn't doubt if it's actually no snow there. But
if it's the lower land of BC, yeah.
I don't know. Him and John Duchesne, they're in I think the greater Vancouver area. I don't know what that is and entails. Like,
exactly.
It's like I don't know.
Like Twang said, he barbecues all winter.
Well, it's like, Terry, it's like driving towards Toronto. Like, I don't know. Pete Thorne was talking about like LA being so big, because it's like LA and Burbank and Pasadena and Hollywood. It's all these things, but it's all considered LA. It's like, well, as it got to the point with Toronto, I don't know. Does it start in Bowmanville? Headed east, because it's just Bowmanville, Oshawa, Ajax, Pickering, Scarborough.
Yeah.
Or coming from the north. Where does it start? Like 20 minutes south of Barrie? Does Toronto start at this point? Because it's completely developed.
If I was going to say a starting point would be Newmarket.
Oh, easy. No, Newmarket now. Newmarket, Terry.
Mm-hmm.
No. Newmarket now is 5 minutes off the 401.
Yeah,
Newmarket
exactly.
is north end of Toronto. So, no, not even close. It goes for another hour north after that now. Like Richmond Hill, Aurora, Oak Ridges, that's all. My northern GTA friends chime in, like, where does that end? Or west, like it's halfway to Kitchener.
APTM
guitars. I was expecting. Yeah, Vancouver's spread out as well. It's just, it's another.
What was it here? We got asked.
Yeah, see, John knows. Speaking of which, Symmetry and I were talking, maybe because I know he and John, Terry, they get together to have weekend hangouts and stuff.
Yeah.
And we're talking that maybe the next time Symmetry's over there, that we'll do a live stream. So John's involved as well. And the two of them and then I'll interact, and they're going to just make me jealous, because they have some wicked gear and good food and good booze. I'm not going to lie. We do sit in a lot of traffic, LRM. That's true.
Yeah, Hip Metal Works is right, like Bradford. Like you said, not too far out of Barrie. When you get probably, like you said, about 20, 30 minutes out of the Barrie area, you start going in section. It's just one town. Toronto burbs.
Well, as soon as one town abuts the next, you know what I mean? Whether it's residential, but it's essentially developed without dedicated green spaces that happen to be maybe alongside a highway, but you just don't see it. And that's whatever, urban sprawl, I guess.
And the way Barrie is growing now too, It's not going to be too long before it's
already absorbing
continuation.
Aurelia, and that used to be a completely different community.
Yep.
Having spent time in both.
Yeah, it's crazy.
That was. I still think JJ and I heading to NAM for the first time, or even with Aaron, and talk about traffic, right? And JJ's like, "Yeah, LA traffic." And I'm like, I don't see a problem here. This is 401. This is weekend traffic on the 401, definitely. Or Toronto every day. And Aaron lives in the greater Chicago area, and I've seen that traffic too. Same thing. It's just chaos. So it's just like, when I get better internet, Janice, then I'll be able to do some playing live streams. That when I get better internet.
Hopefully sometime by the middle to end of this year.
Oh, fuck, that'd be beautiful, wouldn't it?
Yeah, still a bunch of crap going on there with our CRTC and establishing.
No. Oh, Terry, they're running. I know where I see the Bell trucks. They're running. I'm literally in the corner of a municipality. That's the problem.
Yeah.
Because it runs that way, it runs that way, it runs that way. In theory, it might even already be up the road, but they just haven't hooked it up or whatever. I haven't seen them run it though, but I see the Bell trucks everywhere. They've been running fiber, like even out at my sister's place because she's just off a main road. Yep. She should have it soon enough.
That'd be a good excuse to force her to actually play guitar. Ben can't do it. You got to play guitar now.
I'm gonna come over to your place and noodle for a while. Live stream while I do it. Oh, I can't wait. Yeah, I'll be doing much more live stuff. I looked into satellite internet. It's not much faster than what I have now.
Do we have to go there after the Sleazer 2 guest appearances?
Well, that wasn't satellite.
He said the first time he was on satellite.
No, he's on ExploreNet.
That is satellite, though.
Oh, is it?
Yes.
Oh, I'm still on. Yeah, Bell DSL. Apparently my plane doesn't even exist anymore.
Yeah.
It's funny, for the same price I can go switch to Bell Wireless, which is the same speed over wireless, but there's a cap. I was like, no, I don't do caps.
Yeah, Mark Dillon says here, announced today that all Canadians will have 50/10 internet speeds by 2030. It's nice thinking, but the inherent problem is, again, because of the way the CRTC is mandating who should run what. And right now, there's Bell and Rogers.
It's like, you know what? I'm just reading Mark's comment. I'm like, worst case, I'll stick it out 8 years if I have to. I don't care. I got what I got.
This is Ben Coombs here. I just got my double hip surgery, and I finally got high speed.
That's not down the road in the future. The hip surgery will be long before that.
But you know what I mean, right?
Oh yeah. Yeah, I can get the Elon Musk one. Was it Starlink? I was offered it because early access, Terry.
Yep.
And, I think it was. Oh, Doug, awesome, buddy. Thank you.
Yep. Thank you, Doug.
And thank you, PTM Guitars.
PTM Guitars.
I assume Chief Bottle Washer's transferring one to the other, but if not, that's awesome. Thank you. But yeah, it was like $300 a month, Terry.
Yep.
And I'm like, I pay $60, $70 a month now for what I have. And I was just like, I don't think it's worth it. It's like ExploreNet was twice the bandwidth, basically, for an extra $20 a month. And I'm like, even then, I might as well wait for fiber. Why switch from a 1 meg upload to a 2 meg upload? Ooh,
Well, it's just
But
like me. I've basically sacrificed $25 that I can get the 5 megs more upload. So I'm sitting at 300 megs down,
shush,
20
Scott.
megs up.
That's not fair.
But I'm paying
Two different
109 a
people,
month,
PTM. I love it.
and we should be paying a lot less than that for anything close to that in speeds.
Yeah.
Yeah, Scott. But also look at where he was. Seattle.
Yeah.
Seattle's
Yeah,
well established.
I'd be happy with a 10 up. That'd be fine, Terry. You know what I mean? 10 times
Yep.
the bandwidth would be more, because for what Dad does on the internet, he can stay online. Like even watching a video, it's not like he's uploading with any bandwidth. So and if you've got that would be, because then be like 50 down. Okay, so you're a little clearer, and he can even watch a video, and it doesn't matter. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I can honestly say from going from DSL, which had like the same upload as you, like 3/4 of a meg, to like when I went to, I think it was 10 meg upload, I think on the cable initially. It was like there was a big time difference, but it's also like you said too, though, that you have less interference when you got that much upload at least going on.
Yeah, like.
Now that's old school.
Well, that's
John
the
Shane.
only reason why I haven't switched to a different service provider, because most of them, at best, it was twice the bandwidth. And I was like, well, we get kind of deals now for loyalty with Bell because we've been with them like literally since the dial-up days. So they're like, oh, you're loyal 25-year customer, blah, blah, blah. You get $10 off a month or something.
Yeah, Bell's very scammy like that. Rogers is very scammy like that, which is again, why we need to try to keep harping on the CRTC to do something about all that. But again, a lot of the regulars right now are kind of showing some kind of corruption to the big companies, so that's kind of the big problem.
Yeah. Well, it's all You got some companies that just want to. Hey, we just want to compete. And then you got other companies, well, we want to compete, but can we use all your infrastructure?
Yeah.
Like, well,
Yeah.
No.
And then you got companies like Bell. We laid the lines down even though the government paid for most of them. So we'll take whatever we want.
You can use our legacy equipment. That's what Coachco does. They lend out their coax, backbone to third parties.
LRM, that is not a political issue, what we're talking about.
It's just, I don't know, it's just industry. I don't know.
It
know
really is. It really is
I want a
industry.
cable run outside, Terry, and then I just want another cable run to the house that comes out right here, because I will have a fiber optic box flipping right there. And I'll be like, wireless internet, please, now, here. Thank you. Great Zeppelin's here. So
Never bad to have a big dinner.
And I was like, well, we've reached about 90 minutes. We should probably wrap things up.
Yeah.
Oh, excuse me. I still got to... No, I told him it'd be done tomorrow. I'll just get up early. Hey, Papa Blue, it's going to be one of those post 10 a.m. videos, which means I woke up, had 1 cup of coffee, got cleaned up relatively, and then, hey... Got turned into my phone to make a video, and then with 2nd cup of coffee.
Just be thankful you can't smell me. Right?
No,
I don't care how I smell. I don't care how I look.
I usually get changed right before I go on air.
Yep.
And then it's like the next morning I will shoot my video, and then I'll get cleaned up.
Yep. Time for work. Love you all. See you soon. Best to Tom.
Yes.
Safe shift, Tink.
Have a good one, Tank. Oh.
Yeah, that's a
My back
limit
feels sore, too.
as well too with laptops.
Maybe I'll get ambitious and actually pick up a guitar for the first time in a few days. I haven't played in a few days. That'd be nice.
Excuse me.
Bless you, Terry. Parting words or sneezes or bodily expulsions or I don't know. Well,
a chew.
That's true. That's fact.
Otherwise,
crap on
thanks
it.
everyone.
Cracker. I forgot. Patrons. I almost
No.
forgot to do the patron shout out. You're supposed to remind me of these things, Terry. You didn't. That's fine. That's fine. You earn every dollar I pay you. You do.
That's right. You don't pay me anything, so.
That's right. You can become a Patreon down below, and none of the money goes towards Terry. I guarantee you, none of the money goes.
I get nothing.
Nothing. He's doing these gigs for exposure. Yep. I want to thank Guitar Man 45, Symmetry, Paul McNary, Joe C, Keith H, Knucklehead 0, Unfucking Believable, Charles 75, and John ZD351, JP Page 2, Fruitcake Tony, Bent Tom, Brother Bent, Blackjack Guitar, Grumpy Mike Guitar, Cousin Todd Flowers, Charles Green, last night's guest. That's right. Absolute Mayhem, Other Left, Randy Crooks, and, of course, bottom of the list, but number one in our hearts, of course, Mahogany. Say it all together, folks. And I see John and Hog and Paint, Dog and Hog and BC and Dave and Sim. I see all you fine folks out there. Oops. Oh, come on. Nope. I'm right over the close button. Get off there. Hey. Oh. I was like, why? No, don't be highlighting that X in red. We don't. That's not what. Abort. No. Actually, I don't even think that would end the broadcast. I think you would still be on, and I'd have to jump back in to end the show. And oh, man. How many years have I been doing this? Don't know. Seems like the first show ever. Well, you know what I always say, folks? Tune in next week. Maybe next week we'll get it right. Probably not. So as always, hold those doors open. Let Doug's wife in ahead of you in traffic because she's real. Yep. Happy guitar journeys. Be good to each other. Be well. You see something you like, take a look at her and maybe pick her up and try it out and buy it. Maybe, and if you want to get a discount, tell them Ben sent you. And they say who? You're probably not getting a discount. But if they know me, you're probably not getting a discount. So have a good night, and of course, don't litter.
Don't McDonald's.
Well, if it's there. Not if it's there.